What is up, everyone? Mail day video. This will be broken into a couple parts across a couple different days, and then it'll appear as one video. What am I doing? What am I doing here? You know I'm always talking about that. I'm always on some nonsense about donating blood if you have a chance. Pickups recently. These are all going to be raw cards. The second half of the video, which will be done over the weekend, will have some graded cards in it. It is the 7th February today. Juan Bin Cho, First Mojo. This was $2.43. Let me get my little cheat sheet here with my notes about how much I paid for some of this stuff. These will be in order. These are from the same seller. Have some other things coming from this seller, so I'm not really going to give so much of a recommendation first. This is the seller here on eBay. Stuff was decent. Most of the stuff I'd say was in the 9 range. This Hernandez here, it's a non-first. Shimmer to 50, $4.25 for that one. The Christian Gonzalez auto here, $6.25, just a base auto. Luke Waddle, $15.43 for this Speckle auto to $2.99. Valera, purple, $2.50, $19 for that one. Trey Sweeney, let's go with this one first actually, to $1.50. That is a lava. It's the blue, $16.05. Let's go with the Curtis Mead here next, $27.38. I paid for that one. This one's to $1.50. All of these cards here that I showed, aside from the Cho, were from the same seller. They all were pretty decent. Like I always talk about, let me show you the one thing I noticed on this is kind of this white stain here. It came that way, I swear. It came that way. Say it arrived that way. I tried to work a little mojo with the microfiber. That's what I'm doing right now. That movement you see, that's a microfiber being rubbed upon a card. Couldn't get that white off of there. That's something I've talked about in videos in the past where when you buy something, you see it there, you're hoping to just see things that, you know, if they are damaged, things that would be from the factory. Not things where it's seller neglect, you know, scratches and things like that. This Trey Sweeney Sapphire to $55, $37.66 for that one. So all of those cards from that seller were pretty decent. The only one that I noticed issues on it aside from print lines were the Mead. Not saying that those will tend. A couple of them maybe have a shot. Print lining on a couple others probably take them out of the 10 range. Picked up this Morabelle to $1.99. Nice little mojo here. It's pretty nice. I'm opening this stuff on camera, as you see. Couple minor little print lines on it, but I'm not complaining about that. Next up here is another Fuchsia Junior Perez to $1.99. Paid $2.08 for that one. The seller, you know, put it in this envelope, of course, with eBay shipping. Cinnamon Cheerios used to wrap it. So shout out to the seller for at least eating healthy. Let's take a look at the card and see what it looks like, though. If the card looks like shit and I know that the seller eats healthy Cinnamon Cheerios, then I'm willing to give him a pass. Print line running down the center of the card. You can see it there. It runs all the way down. Probably lost track of it. So right there, kind of runs all the way down. But again, like I said earlier, that's not something that you can fault a seller for. Right? As long as the card isn't all scratched and mangled, then I can work with it. So, my man, Apple Cinnamon Cheerios, and a pretty decent card, Junior Perez. A's prospect. 21 right now in A-ball. Had A-ball for the last couple years. A lot better this year than last year. So he's somebody that I picked up a couple cards of on the cheap. I believe another one, yeah, this is another one here. Same guy, $3.64 for this one, also to $1.99. Spent big money on that one. $2 for this one, got me all the way up to $3.64 for one of them. Have to take a break from buying cards for a while. Breaking the bank. This one, unfortunately, is beat to hell. It's got all kinds of print lines across it. And it's got some weird, like, foil here that when you rub the microfiber across it, it'll even make that noise where it's kind of, I don't know, what would you say, gritty in a way. whereas the other one wasn't doing that. So that's an L on that one. It's just me, but when they send these, do you want to, I don't know, toss those out and just get a normal one that doesn't say that on there? Rookie card? A me problem? Probably. Up next, Daniel Espino, highly rated Indians pitching prospect. $5.85 for this one. I've been trying to pick up some of his graded stuff, but it's just too costly. This one, I'm going to take a look. It's tough. It's 2019. Probably going to have some surface issues, and I'm going to regret not just buying it graded, but graded prices on his stuff a little bit more than I'm comfortable paying at this time. Damn. Actually a pretty clean card. Not saying it'll 10, of course, but I don't see anything on it at first glance. So definitely happy to have picked that up. I purchased one more of these for about the same price, $4 or $5, and it hasn't arrived yet. The good old Postal Service envelope program. I will say, though, that I've noticed in the past month or so that they've been doing a lot better with that. The Postal Service has. The first couple months when they rolled that out on eBay, it seemed really rough. Like a lot of stuff was getting lost, maybe even up to 10% of stuff. And now they're pretty much on top of things. Cesar Prieto, again, fuchsia to $1.99 on his first Mojo, $5.66 for him. We've got a guy who doesn't know how to stick a card all the way into a top loader. That's a problem when you use these garbage Ultra Pros or anything too small. I mean, come on, card sticking out of the top. You know when you send that shit out the door that's garbage. Card's pretty solid, no issues. At the top of the card, slight little print line here at the bottom of the card, right there, kind of running across right there, and then kind of runs across the logo there. Definitely a solid card overall. Probably something in the 9 range, which, as I've said before, this has got to go to the trash. I can't deal with this. I can deal with the rookie card being shown on a top loader over those ultra smalls. Prieto, $5.66. Got another one of his coming up as well. He might be getting a little long in the tooth. He's 23. He's an ancient 23 years old. He's at AA right now, so probably a make or break over the next couple years for him in terms of whether or not he's going to pan out or not. Got a purple Rosman Verdugo, Mojo to $2.50. Paid $5 for this one. Pretty decent. Of course, though, there is a chunky print line across the card right there. You can see that. So $5. Again, that will certainly take it out of 10 range. I think what you're looking for with cards like this is, and I've said before, you're hoping that you get something in the mail that's a 9. If you get something that's clean and it's tenable, the 9's to hold, of course. If you get something that's possibly tenable, then that is something where you possibly look to send it off for grading. The 9's, maybe you hold it and see how the guy pans out, because there is value to be had in these type of cards in the 9 range if a guy pans out, of course. Another Prieto here, $5 for this one, again to $1.99. It's got some print lining. You could tell the centering right away is not in the 10 range. Got some print lines, and it's got one of those weird white spots on it. So certainly that one, that's going to be one where it goes in the iffy pile, the iffy to possibly never grade pile. William Bergolla, Phillies prospect. He's got a lot of hobby heat behind him right now. What I decided to do with Mojos, or I should say firsts from Bowman Chrome, is I decided to, nice, super clean card. That's in the potential for down the road, potential grader. But what I decided to do was, instead of just going ham on mega boxes when I saw the QC coming out of these, I decided to just go ahead and go after singles, because at least that way you can control for centering. That's the one thing you at least can do. You don't know what's going to arrive in the mail in terms of surface issues, because let's be clear, most sellers are lazy and they don't take that step to take a look and then tell you if something's damaged or not, or if it's got imperfections, print lines, stuff like that. $3 for that Bergolla. $2 for this Orelvis Martinez. Not a first, but it was $2. I just threw a bid on it, $1.99. Nobody else bid on it, and shipping was free on this one, so I just went ahead and bought this. Got these all from the same seller. Got these last 3 cards plus this one, so 4 total from the same seller. Centering was off a little bit, of course, but I was looking for something that would just be possibly a 9 and something low numbered. So it's definitely got some print lines on it, which was something that plagued the 2020 product of this. Hold on to that. See how he does. Maybe he does something and you can grade it down the road. $2 low end. We say, oh, what would you rather do? $2 on a lottery ticket at the local 7-Eleven or $2 on that? Which one gives you the better odds of potential retirement early? Neither, right?